And then I want to read Stepsister by Jennifer Donnelly. Stepsister by Jennifer Donnelly. Stepsister by Jennifer Donnelly. Stepsister by Jennifer Donnelly. And I finally want to read Stepsister by Jennifer Donnelly. Stepsister by Jennifer Donnelly. We have Stepsister by Jennifer Donnelly. Stepsister by Jennifer Donnelly. It's finally happening. Now, I hope that this one wins the poll on the Unearthed video, because I put this in a poll on the Unearthed video with Verona Comics, and then I decided I just wanted to read this one next anyway. So whether it won or lost, I'm reading it. And I do need to do a review for it because the publisher sent it to me in 2019. Yeah. So this is a Cinderella retelling, obviously, because it's called Stepsister and there's a glass slipper on the cover. It's about one of the stepsisters, Isabel, and it's like after, yes, it is after the events of Cinderella have happened, because she still has bloody feet from trying to fit into the glass slipper. But yeah, it's her story and I guess her character development. It's quite a chunker as well. It is 469 pages long. In other news, I have a new dress and it's cute. I felt like it was very like Cinderella, like fairy tale-esque, and I think it's going to be my folklore dress for when me and my friends go and stand outside of the MCG on Melbourne night 2 of the Eras tour. We're gonna picnic with all of the other people who are gonna stand outside, and we'll buy our merch that day as well. But that's not till February, so let's focus on the now, which is August. August slipped away into a moment in time. I probably won't get much reading done today because I want to take some Instagram photos and finally finishing my Harry Styles song rec collection. Whew. Until he, you know, releases another album. I like short chapters, but like, this is ridiculous. They're 2-page chapters. Oh, we're getting a little longer. What?
We just want food.
It is a Tuesday night and I just got back from Moulin Rouge, which is the first time I've ever seen it, and it was fantastic. Oh look, there's the big final number. Everyone was great. We didn't have the main Christian and we didn't have the alternate either. We had one of the ensemble members play Christian. And imagine if Ben Platt played Christian from Moulin Rouge. That's what it was. The entire time he was giving such Ben Platt vibes. And then the woman who played Satine, fantastic as well. She was the alternate, not the lead as well. But books. I have read 122 pages of Stepsister. Very short chapters, so you can just kind of keep going. And like it's written like a fairy tale. Like there's an omniscient narrator, and then you also get into Isabel's head. And then it'll be like all in like Isabel's POV, and then at the end of a chapter there'll be like a couple of paragraphs from like an omniscient narrator, because the story has already happened type thing. Isabel and Tavi, the stepsisters, hella neurodivergent. Like there's no way that they're neurotypical. Tavi really loves maths and science, and in just this last chapter she got the idea for something and then she got distracted by something else and was like, wait, if I do this then this could help that, and then she had to do that right then, and if she was only thinking about that and everything, and I was like, yeah, she's neurodivergent. Which one? I'm not too sure. ADHD or autism, probably. Same with Isabel. Isabel, like, has to move and she speaks her mind even when she thinks she shouldn't. And she's very much, she wants to be like a warrior type thing. So she's hella got ADHD. But yeah, interesting. Literally the last thing that I just read was that a monkey killed the robber who was stealing the chickens. So I think they're about to meet Chance. Hello, it is Friday, September 8th. Yep, 8th. And this weekend I want to finish Stepsister. And I also want to do my laundry, and I want to edit and upload this video. And I also need to pack because on Wednesday I am going to Sydney. Finally get to see Wicked for the first time in my life. So, book's still going. Yeah, Isabel is on the path for her character development, and it's still very fairy tale-esque. And that's about all the thoughts I have on it right now. I drew some ghosts and bats last night. I want to like draw more, but I also want to get a tablet with a stylus so I can draw on that, because my iPad is old as hell and does not respond to stylus. And then maybe like I can like make cute bookmarks and stuff and maybe sell them. Would anyone be interested in that? That's the update. And I thought the 2-page chapters were short. So I just finished Stepsister, and then I also looked at the poll from the last video about which book I should read, and Stepsister actually lost. But I'll read Verona Comics next. I had this one many years longer, so I just needed to make it win since it kept losing polls. But I quite enjoyed this. So like the moral of the story is like, yes, pretty privilege exists, but it's not everything, and that you should like be brave and be confident and forge your own path, because the chances that something good can happen are there. There was this one moment like right in the end of the big battle that I just went, oh yes, at I'm just gonna read it, so major spoilers for like what's actually on the page for the next few seconds. So this is the version of the story where the stepsisters have their toes cut off, and right at the end Isabel is commanding an army and facing off against the big bad guy who's trying to take over France. So she had already killed the Grand Duke, who was a traitor, and now she's facing off against the big bad. And he says, "The Grand Duke told me about you and how you maimed yourself to marry the prince." He chuckled. "I'll bet you surprised him. I saw you kill him. It was a lucky thrust, of course, but still. I'm sure he never expected to see you back here, at the head of an army, no less. He never expected much at all from the plain, pathetic girl enough to cut off her own toes." Isabel tightened her grip on her sword. She took a deep, steadying breath, then slowly raised her head. "No, of course not. Why would he? Why would you?" she asked. "But I don't cut off toes anymore." And then with an ear-splitting cry, she swung her blade high and sliced cleanly through Volkmar's neck. "I cut off heads." Yes, Isabel! So yeah, really good. And right at the end, Chance like stole a whole bunch of mats from the sisters, like Fate sisters. So like there's a bajillion different spin-offs from here, and I know Jennifer has written a few other like fairy tale-esque ones, so I wonder if they're in the same world. Jump scare though, right at the end when Isabel is like being like at the castle at the end, and it was written King Charles and Queen Ella sat on the throne, and I was like, King Charles, jump scare. But a good book, and I'm glad I finally read it. Probably should have read it years ago, but I got there. There will not be a vote for the next book because that'll be Verona Comics. Now I need to pack. However, a bunch of my clothes are still wet and I want to pack those clothes, so I probably will go get like my hairdryer or something then. Gotta love the Melbourne weather not drying your clothes even though it's spring. The weather wouldn't know that. If you've read Stepsister, let me know down below, or if you just want to let me know you were here, leave me like a shoe emoji down below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and here are some other videos you might like.